at the Wellness, Recreation, and Athletics Center in Brooklyn, New York. We welcome you to Northeast Conference basketball. This afternoon, it's the Terriers of St. Francis, New York, visiting the Blackbirds of Liu-Brooklyn. It is an all-downtown Brooklyn matchup during rivalry week in the NEC. Good afternoon. Welcome aboard. Joey Waller along with Pam Roker from here in downtown Brooklyn. And when you talk about rivalries, Pam, these two teams just minutes, just blocks away, and so it really doesn't get any more intense than that. And as far as the standings are concerned, you get a look at LIU in the middle of the pack. They'll pick third in the preseason. A couple of the key players we'll be watching in this game, a freshman for St. Francis and a senior star for LIU. Starting lineups, and for St. Francis, you see four freshmen, though they've been starting five. Ailey Simpson out with a knee injury today, and they are led by Brenda Milano in her 9th year, wearing the hot pink today. She says that this program with 8 freshmen is finally headed in the right direction. And for LIU, besides Palmer, one woman to watch, the point guard Kiara Evans. She set all kinds of assist records for the Blackbirds. And their head coach in her 4th year, Gail Strigler, who won only 9 games in year 1, but since then has certainly turned this into one of the better programs in the league.
LIU a little bit more athletic, good aggressive man-to-man defense. It was a good cut. Vinay just unable to deliver.
Good job breaking the press for the Wells three. That is good. Crystal Wells, the Georgia native, and that putting LIU up by 1. And Crystal only 5'5", so some smaller women playing at a high level in the game today. This is Katie Fox, who we mentioned is 5'4". Her backcourt mate, Jasmine Robinson, who's got it there. She's the only Brooklynite in this game, and she's able to hit. So leading it by 2. Here's St. Francis with it again. Here's Kaufman, who's already hit a couple of times from in close. This is Benedetti for 3. Northeast Conference basketball is brought to you by Choice Hotels International, the official hotel partner of the NEC. And by Ruby Tuesday, the official restaurant partner of the Northeast Conference. And so off the turnover, this is Wells finding Evans. And off the good ball movement, the finish by Ashley Palmer. As St. Francis works it in the front court. This is Snowert sending it to Fox, who's all alone in a foul. So she got the 2, and it could be 3, and Fox will go to the line. Here's Jasmine Robinson with the nice handle, able to hit.
That's yeah, sorry about that. I got excited. That was amazing quickness. What a great move. Excellent use of the crossover.
We mentioned Jasmine, Pam, the only actual Brooklynite in this game here today, and so maybe a little bit more of a spotlight on her in this all-Brooklyn battle. Here's Palmer again. Pile of glass that time. I'll tell you, that Latava Whippy, who you saw hit the deck there, folks, she looks very much like her sister Michaela, who we mentioned played here at LIU. The first players in the history of Division I basketball in the United States, Pam, men's or women's, originating from the island of Fiji. And it's rebounded by Palmer. Look at Ashley handling the ball pen.
Extremely versatile, very deceiving.
Evans using her athleticism. Kiara Evans, who is the all-time assist leader here at LIU, that time doing the scoring, and she can do that when it's needed, right?
Saw a lane, but just not a good shot.
Good ball movement here. Palmer inside for the bucket and the foul. Ebony Davis, that'll make the highlight reel. And as we go to break, as we have a timeout, with St. Francis up 1, you get a look at the Terriers, who have been on target early on from deep for the lead in this one. Along with Pam Roker, Joey Waller back in downtown Brooklyn. 7.5 to go in the first. St. Francis leading this all-Brooklyn battle by 1. And Pam, we just heard the players talking about this rivalry and the close proximity between the schools. Gail Strigler, the LIU head coach, telling me the other day that when she goes to church, she actually sees the St. Francis players there as well. And she says the only way to describe that is just plain weird. And so far, very high percentage, 56% shooting for St. Francis, but Robinson going the wrong way here and really hemmed in, but how about that? That's like a Hail Mary, and it works. She found the open woman, Benedetti. Benedetti's got 10. Here's Wells off the mark for free. How about Robinson pulling down the rebound at 5'4"? And Palmer getting a breather. And Ashley, you mentioned, Pam, although a prolific scorer, 6th all-time in the NEC with a chance to move above that as the season moves along, she does not do it in an orthodox way, has kind of a funky game, not the way you would teach it, but it works. But the Terriers in front here by a score of 25-21, having lost 5 straight to these Blackbirds. And Pam, I would imagine, as the clock moves along and the lead is held by them, the confidence will continue to grow. There is a block as that time Marianne Abrams, who just checked in, was turned away. Here's Robinson end-to-end. And St. Francis goes up by 6. So we will take a break. We've got 3.5 to go here in the opening half. Plenty of end-to-end action, in part because of the turnovers. And here you see Jasmine Robinson on the run. Her team leading it by 3. As far as that defense is concerned for LIU, as you know, Pam, Gail Strigler likes to write defensive goals down each game. Literally writes them down on a piece of paper, and she will tailor those depending on the team she's facing as Robinson gets pressured here. Ashley Palmer already with 11 points in this game. Came in one of the leading scorers in the NEC. It's St. Francis by 1 on the road in this Brooklyn battle. Palmer double team, but finds the open woman, and it's Roberts. There's Brenda Milano, and I asked Brenda, I said, you know, you've been at St. Francis for 9 years. You've not had a lot of success in terms of wins and losses. We have a 30-second timeout called here by her, and so St. Francis will talk it over. And she pointed out that at St. Francis, she feels that the athletic department has some priorities for its student athletes that go beyond just winning. The fact that her players are able to do well in the classroom, get a good overall experience, even if the wins haven't always been there. And as a result, to be able to hang on to her job despite not being one of the big winners in the league. LIU by 1 at the break over St. Francis. A look at the concession stand here at LIU, and when Gail Strigler was hungry for a point guard, she went after Kiera Evans. Well, we mentioned it is Breast Cancer Awareness Day. People wearing pink on and off the court, and there is the pink whistle by the official as another illustration of that. The official, namely Darrell Loftian, showing the pink as well as everyone else. Why not? And blowing that pink whistle to get us underway here in the second half. And those teams in the real battle for Brooklyn, that is Wells hitting for 3, and LIU takes a 6-point lead. And Crystal with 13 to shoot, her team now leading it by 6. On the move, Evans for Davis. And folks, here's a look at today's Hershey Fan of the Game. Visit HersheyPA.com to learn more about Chocolate Covered February, a month-long celebration of all things chocolate in Hershey, which, as you very well know, Pam, is the sweetest place on earth. Here's Wells pressuring Robinson. And Jazz Robinson able to get it across, but that one thrown away as it's picked off. Here's Roberts the other way to the bucket. And there you get a great look at the pink hair. Now that is going all out for breast cancer awareness right there.
Going all out.
That one off the mark and rebounded by Robinson. Here's Robinson end-to-end, taking it to the bucket on the foul. Got the 2, and it could be 3, and what a game for Jasmine Robinson.
I'll tell you what, I like that read too.
Is there anything Ashley Palmer hasn't done today?
I'll tell you what, she's a great all-around player.
Here she is again, right on cue. And the foul. Got the 2, could be 3, and Ashley will go to the line as her team goes back up by 9, and they're loving it here in downtown Brooklyn. Here's Kaufman left alone, and didn't get the roll, and here's Palmer on the rebound, and the handle. And the pass up ahead for Roberts. Cross court it comes. Good ball movement for Palmer again. Ashley off glass that time. And from the baseline, here is Abrams off the mark as she returns. And here is Roberts on the rebound. She's had a big ball game off the LIU bench as they go up 14.
St. Francis has to do a better job pushing the offense back down to the free throw line area so they can run some good sets.
Well, it's not going to happen here. It's Whippy off the turnover. 17 turnovers now for this young St. Francis team, and they find themselves down by 16. Marianne Abrams handling it, number 44. Here she is again. They work it around. Good ball movement, really snapping it around the perimeter. At a 9 to shoot. Here's Evans with the look away for Abrams in close. this LIU team, Pam, although they're in the middle of the pack right now in the NEC with that 6-6 conference record, Gail Strigler feels talent-wise, when they're playing their best, they're as good as anybody in the league. Oh, here's Kaufman underneath and off the turnaround. No good and rebounded by LIU. They quickly get it down. Here's Wells ahead of the field with the stick. You see the points off turnovers today as LIU has taken plenty of advantage there. Good look away for the roll and the bucket and the fouls. Davis hits in close and she'll go to the line to try to complete the three-point play for the Blackbirds, who go up 18. Gail Strigler, so intense, so serious about the game, but her intensity, unlike a lot of other coaches, it's not real demonstrative or bombastic on the sidelines. You don't often see her carrying on in an overt way, but she is very intense, and you can tell that just by talking to her for 5 minutes, right? And right now, a chance to take a look at our NEC Scholar athlete, and for these LIU Blackbirds, Ariana Calderon. Soccer star here in downtown Brooklyn, a nursing major, rocking the 3.36 GPA. I'll tell you what, playing soccer in Division I and majoring in nursing, that can't be an easy thing, right?
Great tribute.
There's Amanda Goru, 5'9" freshman from Maryland, comes in, and there's Whippy leaving the game. So the Fijian, is that the way they would say it? Fiji native? That's a question for someone watching MSG today in the South Pacific, Pen. This time of year, any game helps the confidence as you get ready for playoff action. Crouching, shooting, and Desiree Simmons does just that. But that will do it. Final score here this afternoon in the first of our women's men's doubleheader. After a slow start, LIU picking it up and able to win this one by the score of 66-53 as Ashley Palmer leads the way as usual, Pam, for the Blackbirds. She had 22, shooting 9 of 13. Cleandra Roberts with 16 off the bench, and we'll talk more about this one as we wrap up the women and get ready for the men in just a moment. How about Ashley Palmer? You've seen all the greats over the years in the NEC. Where does she stack up right now? Now, we talked a lot today about the turnover situation for St. Francis. They had 23. Turns out LIU had 18 themselves, but I guess it's more palatable when you force 23 on the defensive end. And so once again, the final score here today. LIU beating St. Francis Brooklyn 66-53. Don't forget, coming up at 4:30, the men taking the court as the Terriers and the Blackbirds add to their storied rivalry on that men's side. This telecast, copyright production of the Northeast Conference, and was produced in association with PS Wolf Media. For Pam Roker, John Schmelt, and our entire crew, this is Joey Waller saying so long, and with the men's game coming right up, we will see you right back here very shortly.